Nanda Ghunti, the veiled goddess of the Garhwal Himalaya, guards 7 hidden and untouched lakes nestled near her feet. Collectively, they are known as Saptkund. These sacred lakes reveal themselves only to those who carry spirituality in their hearts and the thrill of adventure in their veins. Team We The Bohemians sets out on this picturesque journey in October 2024.
जो हमारा ये गांव है घूनी रामनी नाम से, ये बहुत चर्चित गांव है। जिस रोड पे आप जा रहे हैं ये लाल करजन रोड है। ये यहाँ से जोशीमठ मिलता है और इसका आविष्कार गवर्नर लाल करजन जी ने किया था।
The trek begins from the serene village of Ghunti, which also marks the starting point of the famed Garhwal Trail. A bright sunny morning sets the perfect tone for a Himalayan adventure. The team starts their journey with slow, steady steps, ascending gradually along the trail. Their efforts soon lead them to a scenic meadow offering a stunning view of the majestic Chowkhamba Massif. The path then winds through enchanting oak forest where the peaks of Nanda Ghunti and Ronti frequently appear and disappear, playing a delightful game of hide and seek. The team eventually reaches a small pass known as Chichni Khal. Here, the Garhwal Trail diverges towards Chiji village, while the team continues onward to their destination, Doldhari. One can't help but marvel at the beauty of getting momentarily lost amidst a large herd of sheep, wandering through rugged highland landscapes. The day's journey concludes at the tranquil Doldhari campground. The next morning begins with a breathtaking sight, the first golden rays of sunlight striking the towering peaks of Chowkhamba. After a hearty breakfast, the team sets off for the second day of their trek. By now, they have climbed above the tree line. The trail ahead weaves through tall grasses and scattered boulders, at times disappearing altogether, making certain sections challenging to navigate. Yet, The magnificent beauty of the landscape keeps spirits high, infusing renewed energy into every member of the team. They reach their second campsite, Kuari, quite early by the afternoon. A vast, picturesque grassland awaits them there, offering a warm and peaceful welcome. The next morning, the vast meadow appears even more vibrant, its colors brought to life under the soft morning light. As the team moves forward, the landscape begins to open up, revealing more of the surrounding peaks. Nanda Ghunti now stands more prominently before them, as if the veiled goddess herself is silently observing their approach. Progress is occasionally slowed by massive boulders scattered along the trail, demanding extra care and effort. Yet, the grandeur of the views fuels the determination and keeps morale high. As the day wears on, clouds begin to gather in the sky, trailing the team as they make their way towards their next campsite at Simbe Bugyal. Today marks the fourth day of the journey, and this morning is undoubtedly the most exhilarating. The team sets off with a renewed sense of excitement, for they are now heading towards the elusive lakes of Saptkund. From here, the real adventure begins. The trail grows steeper and more challenging, with some stretches turning risky. Yet, the desire to witness the unseen fuels the determination. As they step onto the first patch of snow, the journey transforms. It's no longer just an adventure. It becomes a deeply spiritual experience. The snow-covered landscape feels like a sacred getaway, leading them closer to the hidden marvels. The moment they catch sight of the first lake, all fatigue and hardship melt away. Before them lies a breathtaking spectacle, serene, untouched, and divine. All 7 lakes lie within a 2-kilometer radius. The team moves from one to the next, each step steeped in wonder and reverence. They aren't just exploring a remote Himalayan region. They are walking through a realm guarded by the veiled goddess Nanda Ghunti. The feeling is indescribable, a blend of amazement, peace, and spiritual fulfillment.
স্যার হেসে আমাকে দেখাচ্ছে এই দেখুন স্যার 38 পেয়েছে। আচ্ছা
The team feels rejuvenated, having completed half of their mission the previous day. But their journey is far from over. The next goal is Kuari Pass. Today's trek is a long descent beginning through the thickets of rhododendron and continuing into deep, dense forests. The trail, strewn with thick foliage, broken branches, and a heavy sense of gloom, clearly reflects the absence of human presence along the way. The day revolves around navigating the Himalayan forests, where a single wrong turn at a crossroad could lead to serious consequences. As the day progresses, the forest thickens further, and the never-ending downhill trail continues to challenge their stamina. By late afternoon, finally a glimmer of hope emerges. A bridge spanning a rushing stream comes into view, a sign that a village must be nearby. At long last, they arrive at the village of Jhiji, finishing a long, tiring day's trek. After 5 days in the wilderness, they are finally back amidst human habitation. The next morning offers a completely different experience. The distant chirping of birds, villagers heading to their fields with livestock, and the cheerful giggles of the curious children who come to meet the outsiders. Everything seems to urge the team to stay another day. But with no choice left, they must move on. Children gather to bid farewell, and a woman offers a large cucumber from her garden as a heartfelt token of love. The warmth and generosity of the people in these remote corners of Garhwal always leave a lasting impression. With grateful hearts, the team resumes their journey, walking past the village homes. They are on the Curzon Trail again. They soon cross the Birehi Ganga and begin a long, steep climb on the opposite bank. By afternoon, they arrive at the village of Pana, where vibrant fields of yellow and red ramdana sway in the breeze, creating a welcoming sight. However, camping within the village limits is not permitted. The team must continue further uphill to set up camp on a slope that offers a sweeping view of the charming village below. On the seventh day, they set out early, knowing a long journey lies ahead. A gentle ascent from the campsite leads them to a ridge, where the landscape begins to transform with every step. The trail winds through dense oak forest before opening up to stretches of serene meadows. At times, large herds of sheep appear out of nowhere, crossing their path. They even encounter a few enchanting waterfalls along the way. After a relaxed and scenic trek through the day, they finally arrive at their next campsite, Upper Takwani. As they step out of their tents on the final day, the steep trail leading up to Kuari Pass stands clearly before them. The climb is exhausting due to the sharp gradient, testing their endurance. But the moment they reach the windy pass, all fatigue vanishes. Before them unfolds a grand amphitheater of towering peaks standing tall in silent welcome. Once they cross Kuari Pass, the rest of the trek down to the roadhead at Thak is entirely downhill. On the way, the stunning Khulara campsite briefly captures their hearts. But now it's time to descend, not just from the mountains, but from the emotions tied to them. The heart must loosen its grip. The soul must move on. Who teaches this quiet art of detaching and letting go? Travel does. The Himalayan paths do. For life, in its truest form, is a journey of constant detachment. One step, one goodbye at a time.
বাদিকে যা বাদিকে যা বাদিকে যা বাদিকে যা।
ভালো ঠান্ডা কিন্তু না, অমিতাভ স্টাইলে দাঁড়াই।
ठीक है ठीक है ठीक है ठीक है ठीक है ठीक है रहने दो रहने दो रहने दो चलो 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 अरे रहने दो रहने दो
মানাবু
স্যার ও স্যার বলছি ক্যাম্প সাইটটা কোন দিকে স্যার?
একটু জিজ্ঞেস করো পকোড়া আছে কিনা।
এইসব আলোচনা হলে তো কি করে ভিডিও দেবে? পকোড়া আছে কিনা, কোয়ান্টাম মেকানিক্স।
हवा हवा ओ हवा मुझको उड़ा ले ना किया ना
हवा हवा ए हवा खुशबू लुटा दे।
ওই তো ঢেকেই গেছে প্রচুর দিদি চাই।
খাবি তো আমার থেকে?
না না